Cody Rhodes says he's going to win the Royal Rumble a third time. What's up, Jared, here today with the weekly set review of Friday Night SmackDown. So, hopefully my voice is not cooked. If you guys watch the Monday Night Raw weekly set review, I have been sick all week with the flu. My voice is like all over the place. Sometimes it's normal, sometimes it's absolutely cooked. So, I'm going to try my best with this video to make my voice sound normal for you guys. So, they kicked off the show with Drew McIntyre, the new undisputed WWE champion, which he had an awesome entrance with like the bagpipes and everything. It was a special entrance for him. He comes out, awesome pyro too for Drew McIntyre, so a major celebration as being the new undisputed WWE champion, because he never really had this in front of a live crowd, because when he won the two titles, it was in during COVID, so no live crowds, and then when he won the world title, he had to cash in literally the night of, so this was probably a big deal for Drew McIntyre. And he goes on talking about how screw everybody, because none of you were the true supporters, none of you were real people when he got fired and everything. They didn't make hashtags and everything for him, and he goes on to like this rant about screwing everybody and that. But then he said, Cody Rhodes, you do not get a rematch, because if you didn't, he said, you didn't pay attention in that contract, there's a clause that you do not get a rematch for the undisputed WWE title. So Cody Rhodes is kind of screwed, and Drew McIntyre has the WWE championship. So Cody Rhodes, as what Drew McIntyre says, he has to start at the bottom and work his way back up. And then Randy Orton's music hits. Randy Orton walks in, the crowd goes absolutely insane for Randy Orton, singing and everything, because they're overseas right now in Europe. I can't remember what country they're in right now. But man, that crowd was loud for Randy Orton. Randy Orton doesn't even get to say anything really, because Jacob Fatu's music hits. He comes down and attacks Drew McIntyre. He's beaten up, and then Drew McIntyre throws Jacob Fatu into the post. And of course, he's Samoan, so he's unfazed by that. Drew McIntyre was able to jump the barricade and run off backstage, and Jacob Fatu chased him. And then this set up the first match of the show, which was Randy Orton versus The Miz, because The Miz came out from behind trying to get a cheap shot on Randy Orton before their match. This match was decent. It's a number one contender match. Oh, to move on to the number one contender thing. Whoever wins moves on to the Fatal 4-Way, which I think is next week or the week after that. Actually, they might have it at Saturday's main event, I'm not sure. But whoever wins the full like tournament thing faces Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble for the WWE title. And of course, Randy Orton picks up the victory. He hits The Miz with an RKO, 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins. So one of the 4 spots in the Fatal 4-Way match is Randy Orton. Then we had Julia and Kiana James take on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair in a tag match. This match was boring. I have no interest in Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair as a tag team. They've just continued this and continue this. It just does nothing for me. And especially Julia and Kiana James. That shit's real boring. And what's even more boring, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair win, and they get attacked. Oh, what do you expect? Once again, Nia Jax and Lash Legend attack them. I swear it's the same thing every week, guys. It is brutal. The women's tag division is so brutal. I feel like they'd be better off without a women's tag division. Like, the women's tag division didn't exist and they just had all singles stuff. I feel like they could do more unique stories, because once you have the tag division, you only have so many people, and it just it's the same thing over and over and over, and it's boring. So Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss pick up the victory. Then we had another WWE title match, contender match. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. Number one contender title match to get in the Fatal 4. It was Trick Williams versus Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona's only had one win since his return, but he only had one other match, which was against Kit Wilson. He picked up that victory easily. And then, what do you think, WWE's? Yep, they bring him right back to being a jobber. He's still Zack Ryder, even though he's Matt Cardona. They have him lose to Trick Williams, which I'm not mad that he lost to Trick Williams, because Trick Williams is a future superstar. But in the first place, it should have never been Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams. It should have been like Matt Cardona versus Sami Zayn, or Matt Cardona versus Eli Dragunov. It should not have been, or in Trick Williams against somebody like that. Matt Cardona and Trick Williams should both be in the Fatal 4-Way match to help both of their names, because both of them aren't winning that match. But yeah, I feel like that was pretty pathetic by them having Matt Cardona lose to Trick Williams. And to make it even worse, when Matt Cardona was about to leave, Kit Wilson comes out and he attacks Matt Cardona. So that means Matt Cardona's in a feud with Kit Wilson. Like, are we serious? Matt Cardona comes back to WWE, the feud with Mr. Jobber, nobody, Kit Wilson. Are we serious, WWE? And don't you dare flame me in the comments about Kit Wilson because you like his theme song. Seriously? You like him because his theme song? He sucked before his theme song. He's never going to be good. Kit Wilson's ass. Then we finally heard from Cody Rhodes since losing the WWE title last week. He comes out and Cody Rhodes looks pissed. Like he's just like he looks like pissed off, upset, everything. And he goes on talking about how he was not just the champion for the company, he was everybody's champion, the fans' champion. And now that he has to restart and get it back, he goes, I'm gonna do the one thing. Oh, he's like, the one thing that Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, and Stone Cold and me all have in the same common, we're back-to-back Royal Rumble winners. He goes, now I'm going to tie Stone Cold because I'm going to win the 3rd Royal Rumble in my career. So he declares himself, the first person to declare himself for the Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes says he's going to go on to the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, and then he's coming for Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 42. And then he said before that, he goes, Jacob Fatu, you and me have some business to deal. Jacob Fatu, you deserve a receipt. He goes, I don't know where you're going to be, where you're at, but he goes, you deserve the receipt, and I'm going to give it to you. So Cody Rhodes was heated about 2 different things. The fact that he doesn't get his rematch against Drew McIntyre, so he says he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and then he's coming for Jacob Fatu too. So we got Cody Rhodes pissed off. He's heated. This is the best this is when Cody Rhodes is at his best, is when he's chasing for the WWE title, and when he's on the road to WrestleMania and he's pissed and he's heated. Then we had the MFTs, the full MFTs come out, and Solo Sikoa was holding up the Wyatt Six lamp because they stole it last week from the Wyatt Six. Before this, the Wyatt Six had like a package video about how the lamp holds in their like evilness or something like that. I don't know. I've just always found that stuff goofy. Like even when it was the Wyatt family with Bray Wyatt and everything, I always found like the Sister Abigail and all that story stuff goofy. But also at the same time, it was kind of cool. I just feel like with the Wyatt Six, I feel like it's more cheesy. I don't know why. I felt like the Wyatt family vignette videos were like more scary, while maybe because I was younger. When the Wyatt family was like at peak, I was like only like 7 years old, so maybe that's why. But yeah, just the Wyatt Six does not do it for me. They come out, the lights hit, the lights cut out. The MFTs are standing in front of the announce table. This was kind of cool, and they all appeared above. Besides Uncle Howdy, they take out the MFTs, and Uncle Howdy goes straight for Solo Sikoa. He gets his hands on the lamp. He's got it back, and then Big Tala Tonga takes him out, and they get the lamp back, and the MFTs escape with the Wyatt Six lamp once again. And then they announce next week it's going to be for the tag titles, the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs for the tag team championships on SmackDown. After all the MFT stuff and the Wyatt Six, Solo Sikoa did have a #1 contender match for the WWE Championship against Damian Priest, which Damian Priest did pick up the victory, defeating Solo Sikoa, which then moves on. Damian Priest then moves on to the Fatal 4-Way match, which also had Trick Williams and Randy Orton, and the main event will have the 4th person. I'm glad Solo Sikoa didn't win because he's definitely not champion material, but also I just don't think Damian Priest should be in this either because I don't think he's WWE champion material either. I think we could have somebody better like Matt Cardona in this, not Solo Sikoa or Damian Priest. I forgot, after Kit Wilson attacks Matt Cardona, he gets in the ring and starts cutting a promo, and Jacob Fatu attacks him. So Cody Rhodes had already had his promo. Jacob Fatu attacks Kit Wilson, and then he's like, give me my mic, give me the mic. And he calls out Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes comes out in his just backstage sweatshirt, sweatpants gear, and they start brawling in the ring. They're beating the holy hell out of each other. Security comes out. They have to hold them both back, and then they announce that Saturday night's main event, a week from Saturday, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu, and they're just gonna beat. I'm assuming they're just gonna beat the holy hell out of each other at Saturday night's main event. Also, I have a theory with this. I think, like Jacob Fatu's come back. He's going after Cody and Drew because he thinks one of them attacked him and took him out for so long. The fact that Randy Orton was in the ring while Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu were there, I think it was Randy Orton that attacked Jacob Fatu, and Cody and Drew did nothing. And I think the main event at WrestleMania 42 is going to be Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, which I feel like it could be just that triple threat. But I also can see Randy Orton being in that match, and we have a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania for that undisputed WWE Championship. That would be insane. Then Jordynne Grace squashed Chelsea Green in not even 2 minutes. I don't understand the point of that. She squashes her. Jade Cargill standing. She was sitting at a commentator table. Jordynne Grace is calling her out. They get in the ring. Jordynne Grace ends up taking out Jade Cargill, and she stands tall with the women's WWE Championship. I have zero interest in Jordynne Grace, and so did the crowd. Oh my God, when she squashed Chelsea Green, no pop. Talk about no pop, like, you know, like the meme, oh, no pop. Holy, you could have heard a pin drop. They could care less about Jordynne Grace. I was like, damn, that's bad. And usually Jade Cargill, I usually find Jade Cargill boring, but damn, Jordynne Grace is boring. Then Carmelo Hayes had another U.S. Open Challenge match, which Leon Slater from TNA accepts the Open Challenge, and they put on an absolute banger of a match. The chemistry between them are insane. They hit a Spanish fly off the ropes, like Carmelo Hayes was jumping up on the ropes, and Leon Slater jumped up there, caught him, and hit a Spanish fly midair. It was insane. They put on a fantastic match, and then the end of the match, Carmelo Hayes has Leon Slater on the top rope, and he's like, it looks like he's about to do a superplex, but it was like a spinning move. I don't even know what you even want to call it. It was insane, but he like spins himself into like a rotating into like almost like an RKO. It was insane. I don't know how he did it. Like, just looks super dangerous. But Carmelo Hayes and Leon Slater put on a banger match. That's not two banger matches Leon Slater has put on the main roster. One at John Cena's retirement match with him and Javon Evans in that tag match against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, and then now him and Carmelo Hayes on SmackDown for the U.S. title. Leon Slater, man, he's got some serious talent. Carmelo Hayes, though, also serious talent. He retains his United States Championship. And then the main event, once again, the most boring man in the WWE right now. Him and Jey Uso are the most boring man. Sami Zayn versus Eli Dragunov. And what'd you think? Do you think actually they were going to give it to Eli Dragunov? Nope. Sami Zayn wins, so he's moving on to the Fatal 4-Way match to become a #1 contender for the WWE Championship. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if WWE's dumbass makes Sami Zayn win that match, even though we have Trick Williams, Randy Orton, and sadly Damian Priest and Sami Zayn in that match. I wouldn't be surprised they give it to Sami Zayn just so he could wrestle for the world title in front of in Saudi Arabia. That'd be so stupid, but I would not be surprised they do it. Sami Zayn wins. He hits him with the Helluva Kick. 1, 2, 3. Underdog Sami Zayn wins once again. And then he's attacked by Trick Williams, which was awesome. So the show ends with Trick Williams standing tall. He laid out Sami Zayn. Trick Williams is a megastar right now. He is so over. It was insane. His entrance, that crowd was so hot for him. And they were losing their minds at the end of the show as well. So Trick Williams, man, honestly, heck, give the match to Trick Williams at the Royal Rumble. But honestly, I think they're going to give it to Randy Orton. I think this is how they're going to tie Randy Orton into this feud with Jacob Fatu, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre, and Cody Rhodes. But I would not be surprised if they give this Mr. Underdog Sami Zayn that nobody likes. Nobody likes him. I would be so happy if Sami Zayn announced he retires tomorrow from the WWE. He is so boring. Not even he has to retire. The man's got to change something. He's got to change something. He's been the same thing for how long? And he's just boring and boring and boring and boring and boring. Underdog Sami Zayn. Terrible. So that was a setup review of Friday Night SmackDown. Also my rant about Sami Zayn. If you can't tell, I cannot stand Sami Zayn. I used to be a huge Sami Zayn fan, like during 2016, 2017. It just kills me how much I hate him now. He is so unentertaining. It's not even funny. He's so boring. It's bad. But I'm going to give this Monday Night Raw a 3 out of 5. There was some definitely good spots in this show. I thought Drew McIntyre's his first 10 minutes of the show, the promo was great. Cody Rhodes' promo was fantastic. This whole thing with Jacob Fatu and Cody was great. Trick Williams, he's looking great. I just did not like him beating Matt Cardona, especially Kit Wilson beating up Matt Cardona. Horrendous. Carmelo Hayes and Leon Slater's match was fantastic, though. Randy Orton versus Miz, we've seen it 100 times. It's not terrible, but it was a quick win for Randy Orton. I have no interest in this women's tag stuff. No interest in Jordynne Grace and Jade Cargill at all. And I'm not a big fan of the Wyatt Six and the MFT, so that didn't do a whole ton for me. So I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 5. This is Jared W. Live. Thank you guys for watching. Go check out my Instagram, which is all lowercase, Jared W. Live. And also go check out my TikTok, which is lowercase, Jared W_Live. Highly appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel because we post every single day on this YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.